What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? I'm gonna be real honest with y'all. You almost didn't get this tonight, okay? I was really heavily thinking about doing it tomorrow because, girl, I had a freaking headache that would not go away. If you saw my review yesterday for Love and Marriage Detroit, I had said that I had a headache, and I got water on my shirt. I had a headache that came out of nowhere, and I thought that hoe was gone, but it really wasn't. And it been here half the day, and I was just like, so irritated. But you know, I'm good enough now. But at the same time, I honestly didn't want to do this because I just knew it was gonna piss me off, and I am really tired of. I'm glad that this is the last part to the Real Housewives of what is this, Atlanta. This is the last part because I am so tired of this. And truth be told, this got to be one of the worst reunions for me because one, we didn't get anything accomplished so far from what I'm seeing. Second of all, you bringing people on who ain't even real B characters, and you're giving them way too much to say. You're giving them way too much to say, and I've never seen somebody that don't have any type of self-awareness the way that Courtney does, okay? And it's the fact that you literally, and I cannot get over this, when I watched finally the speak on it with what's her name, Candy, and Courtney was on there, and Courtney literally said she is about women empowerment, and I'm gonna keep on repeating this because I hate when I hear people contradict themselves. I hate when people come on people platforms and then they're being hypocritical and all this stuff. You say one thing, but yet you're doing another thing, and you're priding yourself in doing that. As a woman coming on a freaking screen, and you're going back and forth with a mother, from one mother to another. We literally just got into a whole bunch of mess where people was debating on, well, you don't speak on my parenting, you don't speak on my child, and all this stuff. That's what's been going on for the whole freaking week. And then we get to this, mind you, this has already been recorded before all of that, and we're seeing it with people of a different age group that should know better. You know what I'm saying? There was a time where the Real Housewives of Atlanta reunion used to be fun. Like, we expected the shades, we expected the shots, we expected the pettiness, but it was good. And we knew that at the end of the day, eventually them girls was gonna go back to being cool again, and it was just for show, for play. For the most part, it was fun, it was decent, it was needed. This time, it's just downright evil. Okay, it's just downright disgusting to allow this bitch to come on here, and I'm sorry to say it like that because that's literally what Courtney is. She's a low down, evil, dirty ass dog, okay? Crooked mouth ass dog, you know? And I just don't understand how somebody who is not even a peach holder, a full cast member, is going around doing all of these interviews and getting all of these interviews, and they are not even talking about her. You're talking on another woman's marriage. You're getting on this show, you're doing interviews, you're sitting in this reunion, and you're going back and forth with this woman about her marriage, as if you literally were there in that marriage for the whole time, 24/7, to be sitting there talking like, oh, she's a liar, she's this, she's that, all of this, and I've been a better friend to your husband than she's been the whole 8 years of their marriage, and you know, he told me this and he told me that, and all of this stuff. And the fact that you did not feel any type of way when you spoke on her kids, and when she spoke up and said, don't you ever talk about my kids, don't you ever bring my kids up. And when you have Andy saying, yes, you did speak on the kid, and then you had the rest of them not saying anything except for Kenya and maybe probably one other person I can't remember, but for sure, because then this bitch took it further. This bitch took it further and gonna say you have single-handedly destroyed your kids. And I'm like, wow. And the whole time I'm thinking, you have a grown daughter who's like in her young 20s, right? Young, maybe mid-20 or whatever. And what example are you setting? For someone who claims to be about women empowerment, you so-called work in crisis management, so you say, How would you manage this crisis that you put on your own self? Because at the end of the day, if I was in charge of anything, I wouldn't want you working for nothing, because I don't like how you act and present yourself on national TV. You act worse than them. Okay, you want to talk about how Kenya is a mean girl, how this person is this and this person is that. Some of that shit may be true, but what about yourself, girl? You literally sat up here and you talked about this woman, her parenting, and you ain't even know this lady to be all up in her business like that. You are not her cousin-in-law. You're not Ralph's cousin-in-law. You're no blood relation to them. Okay? And at this point in time, that's why everybody say, y'all gotta be fucking. Y'all gotta be fucking, because I ain't never seen nobody come onto a cast and get so deep involved in somebody else's relationship that they make their whole story about it. And you going so hard for a man that you just met. You ain't even known this motherfucker for a whole year. And you're saying, well, when he found out about the affair, it was like right after Portugal. He was really hurt. And, Drew's a liar. And, he said this. And she's like very much a pathological liar. And this is what he said. And this and this and this and this and this. And you're saying it as it's all fact. Not realizing that you've seen the show because you're a fan of it, and that's the exact reason why you're on this bitch. You've seen the show. You've seen how this man works. You've seen gaslight literally on both sides, but you've seen a lot of the shit that he has been putting this lady through. And you as a woman gonna sit your ass there and be a fucking pick-me for a dog-ass nigga. For a fucking dog-ass nigga. Okay? And Ralph, let me get on you for a second. Let me tell you something, Courtney, bitch. At the end of the day, you better be glad a bitch like me wasn't on set. Because I'm sorry, I don't like violence like that. No, I'm serious. I don't like violence like that. If it's unnecessary and we don't need it, girl, I don't want it, okay? But listen, as soon as I would have heard those words that you were saying to that lady, I swear to God, I would have came up on that set and I would have popped you for her. Okay, Ashley would have been in jail. Because one thing that I don't do, I don't like when people disrespect people for no reason. And then the rest of them, y'all just sitting up there and y'all just letting this girl get tag teamed by this bitch. Y'all known her longer, regardless of how you feel. Ain't nobody gonna get up and say, no, Courtney, you don't say no shit like that. How dare you? You don't want nobody talking about your daughter. Put your daughter up on this damn screen so we can go in on her. And I was just like, God damn, ain't nobody gonna say nothing? I mean, thank you for Kenya for saying, no, don't do nothing. That's evil. That's disgusting. Why would you say some stuff? And she was all like, you this and what you gonna do? I said, bitch, Drew would have had every fucking right to get up and punch that bitch in her face. Girl, her jaw would have went from here to here. Okay? It would have went straight, girl. That's what would have happened. And, I just don't understand why you're harping on this. Like, it's almost as if she's waiting for Ralph to go ahead and get this divorce so she can move right on in. And it's very sickening the way that she's moving. I don't know her motives, because when you came on here, you didn't have a problem with Drew. And then the issue that you got with Drew is still non-existent, because we don't understand exactly what it is that she did to you as the reason why you have so much built up animosity towards her. Besides the fact that, like Drew said, Ralph has been coaching you. And you can't say that he hasn't, because where's all of this stuff coming from? It's not coming from her. Y'all didn't have any type of interaction like that where y'all would be so pissed off at each other. And when you went back there to that back and you went up into Ralph thing and the way that he kind of lit up when you came back there and the way that y'all was hugging each other, baby, that ain't cousins. That ain't even kissing cousin. That's fucking cousins, okay? And y'all ain't cousin. And that's why when Allison walked past and she stopped and she saw it, she said, bitch, I wish you would close that door on me. She called her a bitch, and Allison said, well, I thought you said you don't use nobody. You don't use the word bitch, right? I use it now. Now, see, Allison, baby, they would have probably locked you up, so that's probably why you didn't touch her, because you got shit to lose too. But girl, I would have, if Allison would have punched that bitch right then and there, I would have been fan with it, okay? I'm pretty sure we all would have been fan with it, because Allison ain't doing nothing but what a sister, a sibling would do. Bitch standing up for her sisters, because Allison been seeing the bullshit. That's how come her and Ralph fell out in the first place. That's literally how come Ralph and her fell out in the first place. And I was just like, you know what? it's just ridiculous, okay? The fact that they even brought her on there for that short time, and then the whole time that you're up there, nobody's talking about what you actually do and what you actually brought to the show. They're talking about you talking about Drew. And then they bring out the text messages and the whole situation. Here's the thing. Is Drew a liar? Yes. Do I feel like she's a liar the way that people are trying to portray her like she lies about every single thing? No. Do I think this whole situation with Ty is that freaking big of a deal? Absolutely not. Okay? Second of all, Sheree, you want to talk about somebody sent you a text messages that they print out and stuff that was incriminating to your home by messenger pigeon and all that stuff. Bitch, let me tell you something. You's a goddamn lie too. Because first of all, where did they get the text messages from? The only people that would have had the messages, allegedly, should have been Drew and should have been Ty. So 9 out of 10, with the process of elimination, I'm pretty sure Ty is not sending these messages over there to you. Okay? I'm pretty sure she's not. And I'm pretty sure that she ain't finna stoop that low and have somebody bring it over there to out the girl if that's what's going on. I don't care what it is. You's a liar as well. Since everybody want to call Drew a liar, bitch, Sheree been lying since she first came on this show. Let's be 100% clear about that. Okay, y'all saw that boring ass audition tape that she had. Listen, and she's still boring as shit. She ain't got nothing else to fucking do. Meanwhile, I'm pretty sure Ralph sent somebody over there because Ralph 9 out of 10 got up into that girl phone and printed that shit out thinking that it's gonna be something. And then basically the shit fell flat. Because even King and Candy, they was like, Candy said, we be talking like this? All long-winded and shit. I said, what's going on? Listen, it's okay to have friends, and if she doing something with Ty, who cares? That nigga be cheating too. All right, that's why we don't really care. And at this point, Drew, if it is, and let's be real about it. At the end of the day, it is not cool to try to force somebody to either come out or force somebody to tell you what's going on in their personal life when it really don't concern you. Okay? So if she don't want to say it, she ain't gotta fucking say it. But you just know that we know that we know. Okay? I just want you to know that. But girl, if you don't want to say it, you ain't gotta say it. At the end of the day, we get it. We get it. At least I do. Okay? I trust and believe. They was like, but Ralph, she was at you went to her game. Candy said she did say that it was a crush, but then she invited the girl on the set. Not Drew, but Candy did, and then introduced them. That's how it all came together. I said, sure, girl, it's Atlanta. It is what it is. You know, you tried once, you tried twice. Maybe like it not. You know, it is what it is. Like, who cares? Why are we harping so much on this? And then Ralph, you's a pathetic bitch. I'm just disgusted. And then Sheree just gloating. What is going on with Sheree? I just don't understand how come she's so going after Candy, because at the end of the day, Candy never really did anything to her. All right, Candy never really did anything to her. And then when you go back there talking to Marlo, you up there talking about how she called your stuff she by Shein. But at the end of the day, that's what everybody else was saying, and she copied that. She didn't start saying that. Everybody on the internet was saying that day one. Okay? They've been saying that from the fucking beginning when you messed up your own shit and you're so fucking prideful that you can't see that you messed up and that you actually should be talking to Candy how to do business. But you won't let your pride and your ego down. You won't. And at the end, and what's so messed up was, if she would have asked Candy even throughout all this, Candy still would have helped her. She would have offered. She would have offered. She would have gave her some assistance some way, somehow. But she too prideful to do that. And so instead, she want to waste time, waste paper, waste energy, waste money that she don't have on this She by Sheree news or this She news or whatever, thinking that she really doing something. And it's really not, because at the end of the day, you might got a little chuckle from that, but who businesses is still growing? And who's still trying to do something? Who's getting called out by the designers who had all the receipts about how you basically scammed him? Like, come on. You still out here looking the fucking fool. So what's the problem? What that got to do with Candy? You should be mad at yourself. So for some reason, we up here talking about eating ass, orgasm, orgies, and who did what with who. Girl, I really didn't care about that. It was cute. It was funny. It's whatever. But then, girl, when Sheree asked Andy, so what was the freakiest thing that you done did? I said, Andy, what? I was waiting for him to answer. When Kenya said, I put threesomes on the map. I said, girl, I don't think you really did, but okay. You know, I don't know how many people watched Twa, but she said, you know, Andy said you put threesomes on the map. Yeah, for black people, you know, in my movie Twa, you know, and I was just like, huh. And we need to see more threesomes, black threesomes or whatever. Here go Andy. Yeah, we do need to see more black threesomes. Now, Andy, the last time I seen you with a black man, he was up there just playing with you was playing with them nipples like you won nothing. I'm gonna need you to sit back for a second, okay? Because you got a little bit excited when you said that, and I don't know how I felt about that statement, but hey, it is what it is. I mean, black nipples are fun to play with, but at the same time, calm it down, sir. Moving on from that, then we get into the whole situation with Sonya. Girl, I forgot Sonya was there for a second. No shade. And I don't even want to be insensitive about this part because half of it I cared about, half of it the other I didn't. And the only part about her little segment that I actually gave a damn about was the fact that, you know, she was saying how she lost her baby and the traumatic way that it happened. Imagine knowing that your pregnancy is not going to be viable at a certain point and you have scheduled a D&C to get it taken care of and you thinking that you have enough time to get it done, and so therefore you're going to go do some work that you already contractually obligated yourself to do, and thinking that you'll be home in time and nothing will happen and it'll be just an easy, simple process, meaning that you'll be able to just take yourself to the hospital, doctor's office, or whatever, go through the procedure, come home and rest. Girl, that ain't what happened with Sonya. I would never want that to be put on anybody's bodies. Ooh, excuse me. And my heart goes out to any and every woman who has experienced a miscarriage of any form, of any magnitude, because I honestly, the bitch, this is why I know I just can't be pregnant, because I know even if it's something that is like an accident, meaning like, oh, something slip up, which it'll never happen for me because I don't play those games, okay? And I don't do those things, meaning I don't play with dicks, all right? But let's just say something happened, God forbid, that I did become pregnant. I don't even know if I could get a baby up, and I don't even know if I can, like, I don't know. It depends on what my mind frame is, but if I really wanted it, I know, honestly, I would just automatically love it. You know what I'm saying? So, and if something was to happen, it'll just tear me the fuck up. I already know, because that's just how I am, you know? But my heart goes out to anybody that went through that. She said, bitch, she almost fainted. And as a bitch that has low low iron and stuff like that, I know how that feeling feels, especially when you're on your cycle with baby. You feel like you're about to die. Okay, like, damn, bitch, am I here? Am I here? I may be here, I just don't know, because I feel like I'm just finna pass the hell out. Been feeling like that all week, okay? And then to say that she did all that and just basically damn near bled out in the freaking taxi. Oh, Lord, have mercy. I'm glad she okay. And then she said a month later she got pregnant. I said, a month later? Girl, y'all ain't wasting no time. But she did do it right this time by not saying nothing about it. So I'm glad that she was okay with that. She did call Kenya out. She called Kenya out and said that, you know, out of everybody that was here, she was just feeling some type of way and disappointed that Kenya didn't reach out to her, or she kind of did it like a second thought. You know what I'm saying? And Kenya was basically like, I did reach out to you. I called you and you didn't answer. And I was like, well, you should have sent her a text message if that's the case and just let her know that, you know, I'm thinking about you or whatever, because y'all know how these girls can be. You got to cover all bases. But in reality, if you say that you like somebody, as Kenya said, like she don't have a problem with Sonya, we can put our differences to the side and we can just say, you know, I see what's going on, and woman to woman, you know, we wanted to get pregnant together and all this stuff, going through that process and all that, and I'm so sorry that this happened to you. I hope that God, you just have to hang in there. God's gonna bless you with another baby, your rainbow baby, and, you know, just hang in there. I'm so sorry. Something like that, baby. Let me tell you something. That wasn't my best, but girl, y'all know I be on here and I can be giving y'all some little speeches. I think I should be like a Hallmark card writer or whatever, because sometimes, like, especially in the sympathy, girl, I be spitting. I be spitting. You know what I'm saying? If I really felt up to it, I would have gave her really something that could, you know, really blow her away and put her in tears. I'd be like, oh my God, she really cares about me. Yeah, I could have gave you something like that. But of course, Kenya had to soften it up, and I really do like you, and I'm so glad that you're pregnant, and pregnancy looks good on you, and you look really good right now, and all that stuff. Of course, Sonya took that, because Sonya, I just feel like, especially after the little situation that happened when it came with the reason why Sonya and Kenya don't talk, or at least the reason why Kenya unfollowed Sonya, because of her talking about the relationship, being in the DMs and all that stuff, between the difference between hers and all that, or Marlo being in the man's DMs, and then Kenya, the Martell being the Kenya's DM, that shit, the difference, whatever, calling out the hypocrisy in her case to what she thought was the hypocrisy, which I can understand now. But at the same time, Kenya's things with Sonya is she can't be neutral. And I don't care what she tries to say. At the end of the day, if you look at this whole season, when it comes to Marlo, when it comes to Sheree, she can't be neutral. She really can't. But yes, we will give it to Sonya when she says she calls, Marlo out about whatever it was, saying that she was wrong for, I think, the videotape and all that stuff. Something, she was wrong about it. And she did say that, Kenya, like, I didn't see. I said, well, girl, it happened. It happened. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Sonya thing is, you cool with me, or you say certain stuff and you come together on screen, but then off screen or whatever, you don't do that. That's basically what it is. Because, then they start talking about her charity, and I just didn't understand that whole thing. Like, come on, who cares if they put up a paddle? The money came, right? The money came. I mean, they're arguing and going back and forth over the little shit that don't really fucking matter. They got the money, okay? It just don't matter to me at this point. Maybe because I'm just over the season, as y'all can tell. But I really do feel like at the end of the day, Sonya wants to be Kenya's friend. And the same way that Marlo wants to be liked by Candy, and that's why she does the things that she does to Candy to get under her skin, or at least try to get under her skin, and what she's been doing these past 2 seasons, that's the way that I feel like Sonya, to a certain degree, feels about Kenya. She wants to be friends with Kenya. She wants Kenya to like her. And it kind of eats her up a little bit that she doesn't. And not to the same degree that Marlo and Candy is, but I kind of see it. I kind of see it. And then when it comes to Kenya, she's not going to have a baby. She's going to adopt, which I would say is the safer way to go. And I feel like at this point, the more logical. And, either way, congratulations to the bundle of joy. She want a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old. I would like, if I'm going to adopt, I want a baby. You know what I'm saying? I would adopt a baby. Because, baby, we're going to have to start from infancy, okay? Infancy. I don't want no 3 or 4-year-old that can talk back to me already. Be like, wait a minute, what is all this attitude? You're not my mom. Girl, what? Calm me down. You stand up in this house, I am your mama, okay? You got to do something. But, it is what it is. They came back and asked some questions. They asked Candy, if you don't like how the girls, or you getting your feelings or whatever, or say that the girls shouldn't be shading you, how come something about her making a whole channel or whatever to get on there to shade the girls? And she said, basically, I give them what they give me. Next. Now, let's talk about this for a second, because obviously, this is a person that is new to Candy's channel and new to her speak on it. Candy didn't make speak on it just to talk about the Real Housewives. She been had the channel. And so she talks about everything on there. And she just so happened to talk about that as well. So it's not like speak on it and all of that. The channel is dedicated to the Real Housewives, because it is not. But at the same time, some people do feel some type of way about people being on a show and then reviewing or talking about said show. In a sense, it can be a two-edged sword. You know what I'm saying? On the one hand, you can give your perspective of what things was going on and probably get some behind the scenes and, give a little bit more context to what happened, because we know how, the editors be editing out certain things and we don't understand, or, once you piece it together, you're like, oh, okay, that kind of makes sense. And you can give your side. Also, it could be like, it can be used to make it seem like you trying to go at people and all that stuff. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. If the other girls wanted to do it, they could have did the same thing. I don't see the issue for real, for real. And that's just what it was. And then they said somebody named Sheree from Sandy Springs, Georgia, was basically like, which they talking about Sheree. You ain't got that much time. You don't let nobody be up in your business. You don't put your personal life out there. You barely had time for the girls. Why don't you just step down or whatever? Because all you do is talk about your business. Girl, at the end of the day, I need this narrative about Candy to just go away, because she's probably been more busy in the past couple of years than she's been on this whole show. And she's doing what she's supposed to be doing. You guys, it's not her fault that y'all had this platform for how long and y'all not as busy, because she's utilizing the platform. I don't know anybody whose goal to get on reality TV and just to stay in the same spot. You get on reality TV so people can get their eyes on you so that you can elevate yourself. If you have a product, baby, you damn sure better promote that product. It's just like on the Real Housewives in New York, the way that they coming down on Jenna because she has products or whatever, that they're trying to act like she's making them sponsor, or I should say making them post and all that stuff, when she has yet to say that. And if I have this platform, you damn well sure I'm going to put my stuff out there. Baby, I'm going to make sure I film, okay? Something the man's going to be in the background. Something the bad's going to be in my hand, because I'm going to promote myself. It's two things. You gotta think, because at the end of the day, ain't no telling how long you going to be on this show. And you need to do something that's going to continue you getting that notoriety, or continue you having business, so that people can still come and be like, okay, I'm still interested in your product. You have to make a fucking staple. You have to make a moment. You have to make something of yourself while you on this, and use this fucking platform wisely. So how dare you get mad because this woman is being a businesswoman when she came on the show being a businesswoman, but she also has put out her personal life. We saw the drama with her mama. We saw the drama with Todd and her getting together. We saw the drama between Todd and his mama and Mama Joyce. We saw the whole situation of Block, the baby daddy, trying to come for her. We saw the stuff with her and her group when she be on the show. Like she said, Candy in the game, how fucked up that restaurant is. Now, I'm not sure if I really want to go to the Candy. Listen, I had seen mixed reviews, no shade, salt don't really do good with me, and I'm noticing that lately, you know what I'm saying? Baby, it's just not really good for my body at this point. And I said, I done seen some stuff like the food just be a little bit too salty. I just can't deal with that. So, get me a drink, okay? I sit at the bar. I ain't finna eat nobody food. That's just what it is. I'm just saying, to be quite honest, We done seen Candy on here with a relationship. AJ, the dealing with the death of her freaking fiance at that time. Bitch, we didn't see Candy go through it all. And yes, maybe it is probably time for Candy to get off, because what else she got to show us? If we listed like that, what else do she got to show us? Maybe that's what you should have said, because you didn't put out everything. She's been one of the most open people on the show. And then, she said, well, Sheree, since you got to keep coming back or whatever, she was like, yeah, I keep coming back because they keep on asking me back, because the show just been so lackluster. And there's been some times where they call me back multiple times that I didn't want to come. Baby, let me just put this out here, Sheree. Them other times that you probably been called back is probably because Nene wanted you back for some mess or whatever. That's just it. Other than that, when you finally came back in the 2 season or 2.5, I don't know how many seasons she's been back. Has it been 2 or 3? Whatever. Very lackluster, and it's not memorable. The only thing that you brought was a fake storyline both times. You brought 2 fake niggas on this show. You literally turned into Kenya. And you remember how they said Kenya came through with fake ass Walter and all that stuff? Now they tried to say that was true. I still believe that shit was fake as fuck. But hey, it is what it is. No shade. But you came on with the Tyrone situation and had your ass left on the fucking corner. That was a fucking flop when you came back, bitch. This whole Martell situation, a flop. This whole She by Sheree, a tired-ass storyline from 14, 15 years ago, a fucking flop. And like Candy said, y'all get so mad when I talk about somebody else's business, but y'all hold my feet to the fire when I say something about somebody's business or whatever, but y'all don't hold nobody else's feet to the fire when they say something about other people's business. Or you call out my shit when it goes wrong or whatever, but you don't call out another person. Say, for instance, none of them said nothing about She by Sheree. It was only Candy that called it out. But they'll say something about hers. That's what she was getting at. In this whole situation, and I'm not finna spend too much time on this. Marlo, you're full of shit. Your nephew, and I don't care how insensitive or how this may sound because I'm over it. And I'm over Andy because at the end of the day, Andy, you should have went a little bit harder. You should have said, well, it don't make sense, and you should have did this, and you should have came up there, and you should have put out there that people are saying that the storyline is fake, and they see right through that the storyline is fake as hell. No, you catered to her. So that goes into saying that the bitch is kind of protected some way, somehow. I don't get it. I don't understand it. At the end of the day, Marlo, you talking about you just wanted Candy to do a little bit more, show a little bit more compassion, call your sister up, sing her a song. I don't know the bitch. No shade to your sister. I don't know her. I'm not finna do all of that. And like Candy said, you didn't even send her the address for where to send the fucking flowers to. You sent her instead information about how to get some money on Cameo. Why do I need to care more than you do at that moment? You are downright disgusting for trying to use your fucking nephew as a storyline. And Sonya, I'm going to need you to shut the fuck up in this instance. Stay mute like you've been for the majority of this damn freaking reunion. Because this ain't had nothing to do with you. At the end of the day, you should just stay quiet. And this is what they mean when they say that, bitch, you cannot be neutral. I don't care. We ain't trying to... No. Let them fight that shit out. Because at the end of the day, Marlo was wrong. Marlo was dead ass wrong. Because she tried to make it seem as if Candy was not there for her at all. She tried to tie it into her restaurant. We don't give a fuck. Okay? If you had an issue with her, you should have carried that issue out and took care of that bitch 2 years ago. That's what you should have did. Instead of bringing it up here and then talking about her restaurant just because a shooting happened. So the fuck what? The shooting happened at the restaurant. Your nephew got killed at his house. I'm sorry how insensitive that may sound, but we have to be real, okay? I'm over it. I don't give a fuck about Marlo and his fucking storyline that's not real. So, I'm going to just say this, because the last part of this reunion, which was an hour and 15 minutes, so if this review is long, that's because, and I had to get some things out since this is going to be the very last time that I speak about this season. And it was this reunion first, this second part was really frustrating for me, if you can already tell. I just don't like the fucking niggatry, like my girl Forrest Rock say. I just don't like the shit. And I don't like how they been playing in our face. And then you do this part with Ralph coming out. First of all, this is the first Man, I seen somebody say, this is the first reunion but only one of the husbands come out. I said, well, technically speaking, Ross was barely there. We only saw Ross maybe 2-3 times this whole season. Okay? We didn't, we probably only saw Heath, a couple of times, and then Monietta was already off the stage. She's not a main cast member. Courtney ain't got no man. She ain't no man cast member. Kenya ain't got no man like that. You know, Sheree ain't got no man like that. Marlo ain't got no man. Candy and Drew was the only one that really got somebody up there like that. So, you know, it is what it is. But at the same time, I get why they brought Ralph out there, because it was a part of the storyline or whatever, their relationship breaking up and all of that. I'm just put it like this. Given everything that he has been doing, I'm going to just say this. Ralph's behavior, and you can call this being dramatic or whatever, but Ralph's behavior, and some of y'all probably don't even want to admit this to yourself because you just pent up on disliking Drew for whatever reason. You know, you want to call her a liar. We've all called her that. But as women and as people that you can see somebody going through some things and you can clearly see what is really happening right in front of you, you got to put that to the side, because you can be put in the same situation. And what I mean by that is the fact that the way Ralph came out there on that stage and his whole demeanor, his whole behavior, it was scary. And what I mean by that is because if you heard how he was speaking the whole time, he was speaking very calmly, very soft, kind of low, kind of make him seem like he's the good guy, to try to make it seem like Drew is the one that's crazy. Drew is the angry black woman. Drew is doing the most. She is the villain in this story, for real, for real. I know, even though you saw the screens and you saw the scenes throughout all her tenure on this show, and you seen how I've been acting through those scenes, but that's not really who I am in this situation. I'm really this calm, this soft-spoken person, and I don't have an issue. My issue is the fact that, Drew claims to have an issue with me, and, she wants to say that I was cheating, but really I wasn't. In actual, I feel like she was cheating on me because, I have some of the evidence, and she brought Ty to my birthday party, and I feel like she did this, and I do want my family, and I do want this, and I do want that, and I still love my wife, and this is this, and I'm talking to Courtney, and this is my cousin who I don't know. I'm trying to get to know, and we're vibing, and all of this, and you have Drew that just this, and Drew, you're acting. The whole time I'm just sitting there like, he's literally the one that's acting. He says that Drew is acting, but you're literally acting yourself, and you are proving the point that she is making, and the point that a lot of us been seeing since your very first scene on this show. You do not care about that lady the way that you claim that you do. You don't care about her feelings. And I do believe Drew when she says that he says, fuck your feelings. We all seen it. We all know. And for the women to be sitting there on that stage and to literally be playing into it, y'all disgusted the fuck out of me. And I'm talking about every last one of them minus Kenya and minus Sonya. Y'all disgusted the fuck out of me. You're laughing at stuff and you don't realize, or you do realize, but you just don't care because you can't set aside the issues that you probably think that you have with Drew and see that this man is literally manipulating all of y'all at this moment. He's gaslighting her, and he has his narcissism on full fucking display. That's all that you saw on that fucking stage. And y'all up there just like... Candy, you really disappointed the fuck out of me. I get it, y'all went through y'all shit, but at one point y'all was cool. Now we're not friends. We're just working towards being. Since when? Since when? Like, I don't like that flip-floppy ass shit. And this is the part, and don't get me wrong, because I do like Candy and y'all know that. But see, when I like a person, I can call them out on their bullshit because I'm not always here for everything that they do. I am disappointed in Candy so much because of that. I get y'all had y'all issues, but it's like, damn, you can't just come up and be like, you know what, Ralph, why you gotta say this? Or why you gotta do this? Or at least get up and make it seem like you cool with the girl somewhat, that you understand where she coming from. And this is for all of the women. That was a moment when Drew got up out of that seat after that motherfucker said, Drew, you are acting. When she got up and left, that was a moment where they should have all got up and rallied around her. But no, we can't do that. Only Sonya got up. And mind you, when Sonya first came on this show, she had an issue with Drew. And she could put her issue to the side and she can go back there and see how she's doing. Mangyetta can see how she's doing because Mangyetta was already back there. And it took for Kenya to open up her mouth and to say, you are not being supportive of your wife. When you have somebody that's telling her that you're a bitch, you up here taking other people's side and not your wife. And you just basically saying, well, people call you a bitch all the time, get over it. That's not what you're supposed to do. Kenya read the fuck out of Ralph in the most calm manner. She gave it right back to him. And then for him to question and say, because she compares her relationship again, and this time I did not mind her bringing it up because they were putting everything on display. They were doing the exact same thing. She said when Mark, you know, the girls would come at me and I tell them, he'd be like, well, bitch, you can handle it. You a big girl. Okay, you can handle it. That's the same thing that Ralph has been doing to Drew. That's that gaslighting. That's that, well, I ain't got to have your thing. You can handle it yourself. I really don't give a fuck. That's basically all that it is. And for them to just sit there and for Ralph to say, well, how long you been married? You was married for 2 years. And then he said that as if, well, you ain't got enough experience. You can't tell me what's going on because I've been married for 8. It don't really fucking matter. Pattern sees patterns of behavior. They're all the fucking same. And people are not blind to what you're doing. Now, them bitches may be doing that shit on purpose and just sitting there not saying nothing. But thank you to Kenya for actually opening up her mouth and calling this motherfucker out. Okay? You know, all the shit that he was saying, it, like Drew was saying, you know, 1 minute you telling me this, you apologizing, and now you trying to get up here. He was like, I don't want to come on here. I just thought that this was a part where we can actually talk things out. How come we can't talk in private? We had so long and so many times other incidents where we ain't have to get in front of a camera to talk because you're trying to save your image. And then when you brought up, and let me just get on this motherfucker right here, because you brought up the whole situation about her son. Now, later, earlier this week or last week or whatever after the show, Drew had tweeted something that really wasn't that bad. And then Ralph tweeted and basically said, y'all want to know the real? Drew was literally trying to manipulate me and want me to go ahead and sign this custody stuff or whatever to get this child support and all this stuff for her son, the one that's not his biological son, as a money grab, as a sick money grab. That's what she doing all this for. And I'm sitting here like, how dare you fucking put that out there when you literally wrote a book or was going to try to write a book on being a step parent and you was using her son as the subject for a fucking money grab. Mind you, she got 2 of your kids already. So she's going to get money from that anyway. She don't need to use her biological son that ain't yours for a fucking money grab. And you really thought that you was doing something and that was going to make you look good in this instance? No, it's not. I felt bad for Drew and the whole thing. I don't even need to go and repeat everything that was going on. Y'all saw it. It was disgusting. I was disappointed in the whole fucking thing. And everybody, y'all are trash at this point. That's just all that it is. Y'all are fucking trash. And I need a break from Real Housewives. I don't want to hear shit else about this bitch because I'm totally disappointed. The season sucked. At this point, after seeing this reunion, the season sucked. The reunion sucked. Everybody and their mama fucking sucked. Okay? I'm so goddamn disgusted because, listen, this is why people keep on talking negatively about the Real Housewives currently. Because y'all... That's what I was saying. Like, when we had previous seasons where everybody literally came together, they cussed each other out, they shaved each other, but we knew that they was going to be cool by the time the show comes back on. We don't know what's going to happen because ain't no sisterhood, bitch. And it never really was one. And y'all putting that on full display. Y'all went from being somewhat friends to associates to cast members to workers. That's it. Y'all don't give a fuck. And it's going to be all fake if y'all don't fix this shit. So if they do a reboot and somebody got to fucking go, I'm going to be A-okay with it. And I don't give a damn who it is, okay? But Drew got up there and saying, Drew, you better than me because I wasn't saying shit. But, you know, you got to promote your stuff. See, she using her platform. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Drew doing what she had to do, bitch. I'm going to cry my tears and I'm going to use my platform and make some money off of that, bitch. I want to be a singer out here, too, so listen to me sing. I don't want to hear it. But, hey, you do what you got to do. Anyway, that's the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I don't know how long this shit is. I ain't editing. Y'all going to get it raw and uncut. I thank y'all for sitting here throughout this whole season with me, and hopefully next season to be better. Bitch, we got to prepare ourselves for Real Housewives of Potomac. I hope they give us something, because I can't have another Real Housewives of Atlanta season on Real Housewives of Potomac, okay? But y'all tell me how y'all feel, and I'll see y'all later. Peace.